So, good morning. It's a beautiful day in the garden here. A little chilly out here in Wisconsin. I think it's about 52 today. Considering last week on my car mirror I posted a picture saying 100 degrees, so perfect weather. So, in light with a quick change, I'll show you quick. I got my happy little pants on here. Ooh, look at these. These are my, ooh, look at that. Oh. Yeah, walking around in my PJs here. It's way too frickin' early for pants. So, not too much show. We had a really busy week here at the homestead here. We did a lot of canning. We took these bad boys right here. I forgot a couple last night since we were busy. Of our lemon boy tomatoes. We decided to make something we called sunshine salsa. And what they were is it's basically a yellow salsa using nothing but these yellow peppers, just a couple green or red chilies for a little bit of color, and onions and green peppers. And we just used enough just for a little slightly color. Other than that, the salsa is entirely yellow, and it turned out pretty nice. Plenty of acid in there. We did add a little bit of lime juice though, just for flavor. So we let that fester in the jars for a few days, few weeks, and see how that turns out. And we ended up canning 20 quarts of chili yesterday. So last year our tally for canning was 299 jars, and we're up to, oh boy, I think 191 jars right now, so we're over half passing. I can tell you we're far from done. We actually had to go and do a jar inventory last night, and we're running out of quart jars. And I didn't think that would happen, so and that's even including finishing up leftovers in the fridge. We have about 3 or 4 there. Found about 4 that were no good, but they were also gifted to us, and couple we got for a quarter, piece at a rummage sale, which after a while, used jars, that's always a risk. And you take a whole load, it's like, I'm sorry, you're not going to catch them all right there anyway, so is what it is on that. But we have plenty of pints left, and we're going to see what else we can find, any bargains today as well, given time. We do have to go to the store. I ain't too hopeful on there, so if anybody has any canning jars around here you want to part with or trade for, hey, let's make a deal. See what we can do. And now it's time also for us to start, hey, I'm sorry, kind of calling people in for not returning them. So anyway, like I said, it's a little bit cooler out, and I see there's a lot more tomatoes. There are some tomatoes starting to turn again. A lot more, which is kind of natural. We still have about 35 pounds left that we're not ready to be processed yet in the house, slowly turning. So it'd be a while. We did get a whole ton of the hot peppers and that, so we're getting them filled up. So we have a pretty busy day today in that, so we're going to be on and off. So it's going to be pretty much a quick garden tour up here, and we'll see what we can put on today for your viewing pleasure. So anyway, like I said, it's about 50 degrees out here and that, so basically what we did, we did harvest some of our cushaws. As you can see, the vine's a little more bare here. And a couple, one unfortunately split due to the weather, so chickens get that one. We got that one started there, and this other one replaced the other one growing on the thing fine. And we got another one there, so yeah, they are replaced. We had some pretty bad weather, and rogue tomato plant, which is actually, by the look of them, the pear cherry tomatoes. And over here you can see our pumpkins are turning a nice orange. And the last of the big one right there is starting to turn. And out of the Blue Hubbard squash, we ended up with 2 on this one. Out of 4 plants, only 1 did produce. The heat really couldn't take it. We culled a couple watermelons out that had blossom end rot, way too big. However, you got some late starters here for a couple watermelons here that are going pretty good. And over here. And this is going to be real tasty when it gets done. I've seen them right here. We got a nice size one there. And the one thing about the blossom end rot, we end up giving to the chickens, and it's good enough for them. And realistically, it looked fantastic inside. It's another thing. Here's kind of what you're looking at, why we called them right here. We got 2 of them right here with it that didn't really make it to fruition. But again, there's 2 other ones on the plant doing fine. So we still got a nice set of watermelons for the family and everything, which is okay. We're not really, we're not really looking to sell anything, just kind of keep at them and that. And right there you can see our bigger pumpkins going a little bit better in the garden. And we do have some cantaloupe growing right there as well. Yeah, rhubarb's basically done. I don't know. Well, really don't want to do any more of that year right there. We ended up getting about 10 pounds off of that plant, at least. No, I think more than that. So you did 2 pickings. And over here, you can see that plant. There's one wild one here. We got some horseradish that are down there. I might end up digging them up because we need the garden space. And this right here was just a pain this year to keep the weeds at bay. What we've been doing on the outside of the perimeter too is keep constant spraying. The jungle looks fine for privacy and everything, but you know, we have a real issue with some certain invasive plants here. The grapes, you know, these are starting. This is actually nice. We got one starting to hold on there, and we ended up having this one right here that really took to the vine well. So hopefully it'll grow a little bit more, if nothing else, so we can take care of it. What do we have here? Look at this. We got a little toad on the grapevine. See, come on. Come on, big feller. Whoa. There, look at this. There, we got a little friend on here. Little tree frog. And he's right here, and it's like, you know, this is a blessing right here in the garden too, if you have it, because these will take care of so many different pests. Actually kind of a little guy too in that, so tell you what, buddy, you want to do some hunting? Come on, we'll go find you some good stuff here. Yeah. Come on, a little bit longer. Just hold on. Let's go over here. I'm going to put you by the bean plants. You're hungry, bud? Come on. So, let's get him down here. Whoop, there you go. Oh, there's another one over there. Good job, nice. We've been blessed with a lot of nice wildlife here. And right now, I put them up over by the bean cage and that, and they're still going over here. It's kind of neat because you see a lot of damage from the Asian beetles, but on the Asian beans over here, nothing on the leaves other than a little bit of yellowing. So I want to do some research, and we're going to be harvesting these soon just to see what they taste like. And if they're good, I really want to do a lot more of these next year. So, yeah. You're going along the backside, you can see our other Amish paste tomatoes right here coming along fine. Got some more turning over here. And we have been picking right here too, just for these little ones starting to come out. And give them a chance to grow, maybe get some more out here. Still got some rattlesnake beans going, and I have a feeling we'll get a couple more pounds off of these before the end of the year. And over here, coming on down, we got a nice red Roma started. That's just about ripe. And we got about 7 or 8 good-sized green peppers as well too this week. So we if you look at the photos, we did a pretty good job on there. These little sweet banana peppers. These things, I gotta say, they only get about 4 inches long, but I'll tell you what, I'll bet you we probably got about 35, 40 off the last week. As it says, we did have a windstorm, and so the garden's kind of in a little state of upheaval, but that's okay. I mean, everything's growing yet, nothing's broken. One thing I wish we would have done, but the soil is not the greatest, and with the added water, these tomato plants are still going fine. They look a lot better, but as you can see down here, we got plenty of big ones left down there. So that's just a matter of picking them up when they're ready. And wow, we got a lot of lemon boys turning, which is awesome. These are actually very good tomatoes. So I enjoy having some of them. You know, and like some of these, like the cherry trees too, we we're doing them because we're not, you know, for the future. They're young 1-2 year old trees, so it's going to take a while. Over here we got more okra blossoms starting, and this thing, we've probably gotten about 4 pounds of okra so far, which is, that's what it looks like as the seed pod of the actual part you eat. But if you look at, scroll back, you can see some of the nice pictures of the blooms. And this right here is kind of cool. It's not quite open yet. It almost looks like red blood vessels on there. Over here we got our Italian long hots, and those are doing fantastic, excellent pepper. And we started getting some habaneros, and now that they've grown up, our Thai dragons here, they're actually a lot bigger than normal plants, and some are as big as 3 inches long. And these are actually starting to go over from the sheer weight. And our scorpion peppers are turning nicely right here. We got well above the expected in there, and there's way more coming over here. As you can see right here, they're growing up. There's more blossoms, more started. And that was off of 5 plants, so we were expecting about 45, 50 peppers, and we've already got that off of them with more to come. The reapers have been kind of hard because some of them keep falling off. But there's plenty more in there, as you can see, coming in, and we do have a couple turning color down there. So that's something to discuss later, what we're going to do. These little chili peppers here, I really wish these would have performed a little bit better, but again, I think it was a major soil issue. Because honestly, as good as this area is, the place where we got the soil just really totally sucked. And paying $30 for a delivery charge that was free last year because we're only 2 miles away, and kind of a jerkwad who delivered it didn't help any. So I will not be going to Stony Island anymore. So if somebody knows or mentions this video to her, feel free to tell her why, and feel free to have her give me a call, because it's a shame, because she delivered a lot of stuff personally to our other area when we were building our chicken coop, and she was fantastic beyond belief. So whether it's an attitude, it's like, you know, you owe me because of my business, or crappy hiring, well, ultimately, sorry, that's business right there, and you should really control your employees a little bit better. But that's the end of that rant, done quick. And these basket of fire too. Right here, these have been fantastic as well. They only get about a foot high, and I spread out about 18 inches, just like that one's doing. And these are like super prolific. We probably fit about 200 of them so far into a half-gallon canning jar after dehydration. And they're easy. They're small enough they dehydrate pretty quick. And then over here we have our Brussels sprouts, and we grew them last year and they didn't go real well, so I have no idea how they're doing or what they're supposed to be like. Took about another 10 pounds of cucumbers off of these after another week and a half, 2 weeks of waiting. And I'm gonna have to build a little bit better structure than that, so wait till Fleet maybe has cattle panels on sale or something, whenever. We did thin out as well the dead squash plants. We still got a few patty pan coming in here. And lo and behold, a few ghost peppers in there. And some late eggplants developing down here. And then this is kind of our crown right here. It's at about, currently, it's got to be close to 10 feet now. And we got the sunflower heads starting. And up there, I don't know if you can see, we got plenty of them all up and down this stalk right here. So this must have been a freak seed in there or something. This one here is only about 7 feet. And this one about 5.5. No, it's more than that because this is taller than me, and this is about 6 feet here, and this is about 7.5 feet here. You can kind of see the heads blooming. So yeah, roughly about 9 feet right there for that one. So that should be interesting there. You know, as I said, Jeannie did with the pollinators are fantastic this year. She's been keeping up real well with them. And over here. And our herbs made it pretty good right here, so we'll be picking what we're going to use soon enough for here. And down here, our last planting of beets has started to come up, so we thinned them out. Let's see what they're doing here. A couple stray okras. We pulled out some of the okras that were not doing the greatest, and decided to plant beets because we got plenty of okra. And right here, we thought this was a sunflower among all the mess, and turned out to be a tall okra here. So that's about 5 feet tall right there. You know, sitting right next to the sunflower, you can tell the difference there, which is one of the higher ones up there. Our peach trees, we had a real issue with called leaf curl this year, which apparently was normal. And but we are happy they have managed to get about 2.5 feet taller. So these were, again, $12 trees we got at Walmart on clearance for some reason that day. And said, now let's take a chance. And they paid off. We did plant the zucchini later and that, so that's about the only one that came up, but that's okay. It looks like it's starting to flower, so hopefully we can get some of that in too before the end of the year. And that brings us over here to the eggplants. And some of them are coming in, and I'm kind of confused because this looks like a yellow eggplant or something. It's yellowing. But all of these seem to be good. They're nice and firm. And these little bad boys I did not cook up yet. We got 3 off of this plant. Those are the Indian eggplant, which are naturally yellow. You know, over here we got some of the purple ones growing right here, and we got a few really nice ones back here. If you can see, I'll bring the view over there after this. Over here, the dill. Again, anybody listening who needs dill seed or some dill, more welcome to it if you want to come and get it. Right down here, got those eggplants up there going. And just to keep the garden going in that, I should have planted something else, but we got some room in there yet. Maybe we can sit there and squeeze some radishes in over there. Ha! right. Like we got time. We got another thing of dill going. So again, if anyone needs some, hey, just get a hold of us and we'll see what we can do for you. So again, it's been an awesome day. I'm gonna have to go back and go get some of those lemon boys and that are in there. So take a closer look. I really shouldn't be picking any of these and that because we don't have the room as it is. And again, this is the first year we started homeschooling. So we're going to have an extremely busy week. So we'll have to see what goes on there. So, at any rate, I hope you guys all have an awesome day. And we have a nice day to look forward. Not too hot, not too cold, starting to warm up, so life is good. So, hope you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time around.